Yo, man. What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's poppin'?
What up, man? Everybody, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what place we at. The park.
Yup. We here at the park, man.
Park,
Daddy
man.
Daycare Edition.
Yeah, we got Daddy Daycare edition today. My wife had she had to step out for a work meeting, a lunch work meeting. So I got my boys. If you hear them in the background,
Yeah.
I got them here downstairs with me. So it's gonna be an interesting episode today,
It's gonna be a fun one.
to say the least. But it's gonna be fun. As always, we appreciate y'all the support. Make sure if you haven't, follow, like, subscribe, all of that.
All of that.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you telling everybody who they got to tell.
They auntie, they mom, they pop, the dog, the cat, they
Yeah.
neighbor, anything that is living.
Anything that's living. My son is telling y'all the same thing.
Let them know.
Telling y'all the same thing. But we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get
Got
into
a lot of
it.
news on the out there in the NBA.
Oh my god.
A lot of news.
So we were talking about when we gonna talk about like football and stuff like that, but the NBA has already
Been active.
active. Obviously the first thing, Kyrie opts in to his contract with the Nets. Which nobody knew what was going to happen with that situation because, let's be honest, Kyrie is...
It seemed like he wanted out. It's not too late for him to leave either.
Well,
It
that's
ain't
the
too
thing
late.
they were talking about now is like just because he opted in doesn't mean a trade can't happen. So, well, I don't
Anything
know.
is possible. Anything is possible.
And the thing with that is like, I think at this point now, if Brooklyn wants to trade him, they can trade him to whoever they want to.
Yeah.
They already made it clear that LA has nothing they want.
Yeah.
The Lakers, that they don't have anything that they want,
Yeah.
which is true. Like, they don't want Westbrook. And, it's sad, especially because of the season he had last year, that they're basing it off of that one season.
And that's not fair at all.
It's not fair.
That's not fair.
It's not fair, but I get it. You basing it off of maybe you not just that one season, maybe just his play overall, his style of play may not work in their system. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do think people are judging him as a player based on his one bad year in LA.
I think you got to give him the benefit of the doubt too. It's a different coach. Looks like a different system's coming in.
Yeah.
I think they'll be able to mesh a little better. I'm hoping for your sake.
Oh my God.
But I still personally would trade Westbrook if possible. I know Brooklyn doesn't want it, but I would have traded Westbrook for Kai in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
But I don't think that's possible. They
I don't
didn't
think it's
want
possible,
him.
man.
So, but if you got to give up AD, would you do it? I think we talked about this
Yeah,
the other
so-
day. But
I know the organization is not doing that. They not doing it. Now, like I said yesterday, where I'm at with it is I wouldn't do it right now for the simple fact that besides the vaccine mandate that was going on in New York, which is the reason why Kyrie didn't play a lot of games this season. Minus that, like, the man could have went to the bubble. He didn't want to go. And then when the riots happened, after he was off for some time, he took more time off after the riot at the Capitol that happened because he was traumatized.
yeah,
So, and even before then, like, you see the issues in Boston, the whole thing with Cleveland after they won that chip. So,
do you think he's too much of a messy player?
I think he's too much of a problem. Like, you gotta have not only the right coach, but you gotta have the right front office to deal with him. Because he seems to be a problem.
Yeah,
If you look at, just his track record, like I said, between Cleveland, Boston, and now Brooklyn. So I personally wouldn't do it unless I knew I had the personnel to keep him in check. Because and I'm not trying to control what he does, but I need him to understand, like, bro, we're trying to win.
Yeah.
Like, we need you to play games because at the end of the day, everybody's goal is to win a championship. And we can't do that if you're missing 10, 20 games, not because of a vaccine mandate, but just because you don't feel like playing.
yeah. I think you take the risk. I mean, obviously, it's all up to Brooklyn and
Yeah.
and there's things behind the scenes. But if I'm GM, I'm taking that risk. I think Kyrie, especially when you see the fruits of the labor between Kyrie and LeBron, like what you are potentially going to get.
100%.
So
100%.
I will get rid of AD in a heartbeat if I can get Kyrie.
But even keeping AD, you still take the risk.
That's the
Because
thing.
the man has been hurt the last 2 years. After we
Exactly.
won that championship in the bubble, he's been hurt.
He's been consistently hurt. And it's unfortunate because he's such a great dynamic player when he is healthy.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of upside to his game. He's such a threat from anywhere on the court.
Big threat.
Big threat. It's just he can't stay healthy, and it's so unfortunate. But me personally, again, I'm going with Kyrie over AD any day. Just a simple fact
Yeah.
that I know that they can get it done. Like
Yeah.
LeBron and him, it's too dynamic. It takes a
Yeah.
little bit of stress off of LeBron as like a point guard position, because you got Kyrie that can handle that thing and go ahead and create his own opportunities, and you don't really got to worry about
Right,
doing much
right.
for him on the offensive end.
Right.
But other than that, it's just AD just is unfortunate for him, man. But we'll see how
Yeah.
that goes.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I didn't have to worry about Kyrie missing games, I probably would take the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the history of LeBron and Kyrie,
Yeah,
and what they did in Cleveland.
yeah,
Though it was one championship, still, like, you saw how dynamic they were. So, yeah, I mean, if I didn't have to worry about that, I probably would trade for Kyrie. But then again, you got to think, does Brooklyn want to take that chance with AD though? You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Lakers are in this situation where it's like, sure, you can still try to make a sign and trade deal happen, but like you don't have anything that they want.
yeah,
Like if Russ would have had a crazy year last year, and if AD would have had a healthy 2 seasons after the bubble,
yeah,
I mean, you might have something to work with.
yeah. You have a case.
You got a case
Yeah.
if you LA to get Kyrie there. At least even if you don't trade both him and AD and Russ, if Russ has a great year, then you still have a chance. Point
Yeah.
guard for a point guard. So, and this is what I was telling a buddy. I was talking to Jose, and I told Jose I think Kyrie is more of a true point guard than Russ, and I had to tell him, I said, well, that's because the IQ for me and how Kyrie controls the game. I'm like, Russ knows one speed.
Yeah, you don't go.
He on go.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it works if you playing in a Mike D'Antoni system that's on go,
Yeah,
But with LA, like, you got to know your personnel. You had a bunch of old guys. Let's just be real.
yeah. You're not running the floor that much.
You're not running the floor that much. Granted, LeBron at 37 was still playing out of his mind.
Yeah,
You got a bunch of old guys, man.
Yeah, but
you got AD who's always hurt.
yeah, exactly. LeBron the only anomaly there, and it doesn't make sense. Like Russ is still young. He's
Yeah.
still young.
What is Russ, 33?
Yeah, I think so. Still young, still in great shape. It's just, I think he needs to work on that jump shot a little bit more, man. That jump shot
Yeah,
is too
man.
inconsistent. If he can get a little bit more inconsistent or consistent with his jump shot and just the mid range, like how he was before.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, it would space out so many things for him. He's another option on the offensive end, because he could pass the rock. He's going to find an open man.
Yeah.
It's just when it comes to scoring, he was kind of one dimensional, just going to the rim.
Yeah, and even that, like, he's got to work on finishing at the rim because he doesn't always finish.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know what's going on with that.
I don't, like I said, and I'm not just talking about in LA. Like, he had games before he came to LA.
He was in Washington, yeah.
He was in Washington, where he was like missing point blank at the rim. Mm-hmm. And you're like, bro, I'm not in the NBA, but I could have hit that layup.
Yeah,
Anybody could have hit that layup.
yeah,
And I mean, obviously, I ain't talking about no like ridiculous
yeah.
acrobatic type stuff, just a simple layup. Mm-hmm. But I think that goes back to the fact that he's on go so much
Yeah.
that he plays at that high speed where, honestly, he got to learn how to control it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Especially when you go into the rim, like, you got to be able to control yourself, man, so you can actually convert those points at the rim.
Yeah, I like Russ, man. Hopefully he get that thing going, because if he can get it going, if no trades happen, you guys stay with the same team, and the coach and the new system actually fits him.
Yeah,
I think he should
I'm
be
interested
straight.
to see how Darvin Ham, because Darvin Ham was there in 10, 11.
Mm.
I don't know that. I'm a Lakers fan, so I know these things. He was there. Him and Phil Handy were both there back then as assistant coaches. Back when we still had Kobe and Powell. So yeah, had to be like somewhere between. I want to say from the time we had Powell, probably before then,
wow.
a little before that. So he's a no nonsense type of guy. He played in the league, played with no fear. He coaches with that same attitude. Defensive minded. I'm very defensive minded. I'm sure he's gonna have the offensive game too, and if not, he's got the people around him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how, what he brings in systematically.
Yeah.
How it complements the players
Yeah.
that he has, or the adjustments he makes with his system to complement his personnel.
Yeah. And it all starts on the defense. You get that defense going. It can have a person like Russell thrive. So,
and that's the thing they've been talking about
Yeah.
too. I've been reading up. Is like they've been talking with Russ, and two of the main things they've been talking to him about is sacrifice and showing up on the defensive side of the ball.
yeah,
So,
because it opens up a lot of options for him on the offensive end.
I mean, you got to play defense, bro. You got Rasheed Wallace on staff, bro. You know you playing defense now.
It's about to be brutal. It's about to be brutal.
I told Max they about to bring that 04 championship Piston defense to LA.
Yep, elbows to the ribs.
Man,
But
you got that. So Malik Monk, since we own the Lakers and free agency and all that, Malik Monk has put out there that he'll take less money to come back to LA. And if I'm LA, I give him that less money because he was probably one of the few bright spots that we had last year.
yeah,
I would bring him back. I'm bringing Stanley Johnson back defensively. I'm bringing Austin Reeves back on both sides of the ball.
he started showing out.
He did.
He started showing out towards that little end stretch.
Like we have to do better. I say we like I'm part of the organization, but like the organization has to do better in developing young talent. This win now mentality, I understand it. It's the Lakers. They have a history of winning. It's expected for them to be in the playoffs, but look at what Golden State has done. Golden State built that team through the draft. They brought in some veteran pieces. They brought in Sean Livingston. They brought in Iggy. At one point in time, they even had JaVale.
Yep.
They had Verjao, who bro, I don't know how. Like,
Verjao.
I think he went from Cleveland to Golden State to Cleveland.
Yeah.
and won a ring either way.
Yep.
Even though he would, I think he was
on
he was on Golden State.
Yeah.
The year that Cleveland won.
He still got the ring.
Still got a ring because
Yeah,
he had
played.
been with Cleveland for most of the season.
Yep.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, hey, get a free ring.
Free ring, man.
I'll take it.
Hey, listen.
And you just think about like in the past too, like with like the young talents you guys did have that did develop, like Lonzo, like you guys had so much. Brandon Ingram, like you guys just so impatient.
Brandon Ingram. I told people, I was like, bro, he's gonna develop, and when he does, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah.
And look at this man and
New
what
Orleans
he's doing.
was going crazy.
Look at what he did in New Orleans,
going
man.
stupid, dropping numbers.
LA, bro. LA, man.
Impatient, just wanting now. I mean, they ended up winning the ring regardless.
Yeah, I mean, you got the one,
but you got no longevity with it. Like,
nah.
A lot of the players are going to end up leaving. LeBron's not getting any younger. He's playing like he's younger, but he's not getting any younger. You obviously got AD that can't play a game due to injuries.
Facts.
So
yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, our summer league team, they released the roster. We got some young studs. They brought back Mac McClung, who I mean, I think if he again develop your young talent, I think he's got the potential to be a key and vital role player. I'm a dad, bro. I'm tired. My brain everywhere. I think he can be that. I think if you develop Scottie Pippen Jr. and Sharif O'Neal, I think I'm not expecting them to be like their dads.
Yeah.
But I think that once again, if you develop the talent, there's the potential for them to be great role players. And who knows, they may exceed everybody's expectations,
Yeah. Invest in your young players, man.
You
Invest
got
in
to,
them.
man.
Give them time. Don't. And it's also big cities too, like LA, man. Like you said, they so used to winning. Big city, you got a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time, man. Trust me. I'm a Sixers fan.
Yeah.
We
but
hard
see,
on the team.
y'all a big sports city too, though.
Yeah, 100%.
You know.
Yeah.
So
And I see it. I mean, look at what happened to Ben. We were hard on. I mean, granted, there's reasons why we were hard on the kid, but look, drove him right out of Philly, and he hasn't played basketball since.
yep. But
It
that's part. I mean,
comes with the territory.
I don't blame that solely on y'all Philly fans though. Buddy just
No, he was Ben Simmons he was in it for more of the fame Hollywood lifestyle. I don't think he really wants to play basketball.
bro. I think he going to L.A.
I mean, that would be perfect. I mean, that's what he wants.
I think at some point he's gonna end up in L.A. And it's not because we really want him.
Yeah.
It's just that's what he want. I like because I just thought about that when you said that. I think he wants to be there.
Yeah, that's his environment. With all the Kendalls, the Kylies, all that. That's his environment.
Bro, you need to learn from Devin Booker. Learn from forget Devin Booker.
Chris Humphries.
You need to learn from Reggie Bush.
Mm-hmm.
You need to learn from Ray J. You need to learn from Christian Thompson. Learn from Kanye.
It's a lot of mess.
Do not learn from Travis Scott. Tiger. Like, bro, stay away
From them
From that
Jenners and them
family.
Kardashians.
Stay away.
Stay
Away.
It is nothing but bad news over there on that
Bad
side.
news.
Your life get a little messy. I don't know what they got going on.
I don't know either,
They
bro.
thrive from it, but you, on the other hand, you will suffer.
You will suffer. You will suffer. Look at Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Devin Booker will never win a chip if he stays with that girl.
He need to get out of there. Run.
Toxic. I don't even know why they toxic, but it just seems like
Yeah.
everybody they get with, it's always something. Lamar Odom. I forgot about Lamar
Oh my
Odom.
gosh, remember that?
Yeah.
That boy was in Vegas,
I
man.
forgot about the only one who seems stable in that family. I don't even know how we get is I can't think of the old girl name, but she married to Travis Barker now. That's Courtney.
Courtney.
Yeah.
Yes, Courtney.
Courtney seems the only one that's
Seems a little normal.
somewhat stable, normal.
Mm-hmm.
So Travis might be okay.
Yeah.
And who knows? Pete Davidson might be fine too.
Yeah.
It looks like that. It looks like that's going well.
Yeah. Looks like they doing their thing.
This is a sports
We'll see how long that
podcast.
lasts for. But
This is a sports podcast. How we get on? The
I mean, when you
podcast?
talk about sports, the Jenners and the Kardashians got their hand on that
They
thing.
do.
They starting
do.
5 is crazy. They starting
do.
5 is sick.
Ew, with Coach.
Right.
I can't think of my name right now.
Going
She
crazy.
the coach, the owner, the GM.
Chris, right?
Yeah,
Chris.
Chris.
Uh-huh.
Chris.
That started
she,
5
She
is
got her
insane.
hand in the cookie jar too.
Mm-hmm. You think that thing ain't mapped out, you out of your mind.
Boy,
That thing is mapped out.
Ask
but-
Ray J.
This is a sports podcast,
It's a sports
by the way.
podcast, and we're gonna get back on the sport.
Yeah.
So
we got yes.
speaking of LA, since we still there, John Wall is expected to sign with the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
I think his contract was bought out by Houston, and I believe they're saying once he clears waivers, he'll be able to
He'd be
sign.
good to go. Yep. So, John Wall, react.
He hasn't played in like what 2 years?
Yes. I think it was when there was no fans in the stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. See, it's different from like Clay because Clay's
just a
game
shooter.
was just he was a shooter and he played defense.
Yeah.
So you knew like defensively he might lose a step.
Yeah.
He may not.
Especially with the injury he had.
Right.
But he didn't rely on dribbles. He didn't rely on anything. He just got his shot off.
Got his shot off.
But defensively, obviously, you knew that something was going to suffer
Yeah.
there on that end.
And we'll see because this is his first year back, so he's still trying
Find
to
his
get back
rhythm.
in that,
Yeah.
he's still trying to really get back in basketball shape.
Yeah.
And like you said, find his rhythm. So I mean, we'll see. But like with John Wall, John Wall's been hurt too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. They said he was hurt. Then I heard he decided to sit out because he didn't want to be. Houston wasn't playing him,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of like, well, I don't know. He could have been hurt, and they just decided we're not gonna play you.
It was a weird
Even when he
situation.
got healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Weird situation, but I don't know, man. We'll see. I think if John Wall can, he might not be the John Wall of old.
Yeah.
But if he can still produce
Mm-hmm.
at a high level,
Yeah.
and if Kawhi plays, I
You said that you had them.
I told you, man. I think, especially now with bringing in John Wall,
Yeah.
if he does produce at a high level, I think the Clippers have I'm a Lakers fan through and through, and I cannot believe I'm saying this. I do believe the Clippers have a strong chance in dethroning the Warriors next year.
Yeah, the roster's been there, man. It's just they just can't put it together. I think John Wall, if he can not even be like 100% of what he was, just a fraction of that, probably I say about 70% of what he was, because his in-game speed was unmatched. Like we talked about Russ being on gold. This guy was on.
He was on gold, but he finished more efficiently at the rim than Russ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wasn't always the best jump shooter, but he can get that thing off in the paint, and he can find his teammates. He was definitely one for the double doubles when it came to that. But if he can get that thing, just find his rhythm, give him 70-60% of what he was before in the past, that team can be dangerous. And again, they still got Reggie Jackson.
But then, and look at what they did without Kawhi last year.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's
PG is him. PG is him.
They showed up, man.
Yeah.
They showed up last year without Kawhi. So it'll be interesting to see with him coming back, and then the addition of John Wall. They also re-signed Zubac, I think, to like a 2-year, 3-year deal.
Yeah, I heard about that deal.
They signed him.
Solid center.
Solid, bro.
Solid.
Another young player that LA had, they let go. Another one.
Y'all impatient, man.
Another one. The only player that I think that has not produced that we drafted, Kyle Kuzma.
He did his thing the first year.
Yeah.
He was looked at as the next guy, next scoring option.
And then what happened? Exactly. Listen, bro.
They brought in AD.
Bro, when that trade happened, I was like, they're either gonna keep one of these three. I was like, they gotta either gonna keep Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, or Kuzma. And at the time, I was like, I could see why they would keep Kuzma. But I was like, man, I honestly would rather keep Brandon Ingram, bro.
So much upside.
I knew,
man.
like, I could see it. I was like, bro, y'all got to keep Brandon Ingram. But I wasn't surprised when that trade happened and they kept Kuz. And I mean, honestly, I think that was good for Brandon because I think that fueled him.
Yeah.
You know?
They ain't believe in me.
Yeah. And so even with Zoe, man, like, I knew what Zoe could be because I saw him at UCLA. And so I knew, I'm like, bro, if he can change his jump shot, because that jump shot, that form was trash.
Horrendous.
Horrible. I mean, it worked.
It was work in college.
Yeah. But I knew, I'm like, bro, if he could get a better jump shot, like defensively, he's solid.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He sees the floor,
hustles,
like facilitates, man. Like he was solid player.
Just a little. The offense was a little streaky.
Yeah.
Then he started getting that thing going. Unfortunately, he got injured. Though. I wish we could have saw.
And now he in Chicago doing his thing. So
Chicago gonna be another one.
Yeah, because Levine.
They about to super max. He about to get that contract.
They got to, man. But you got to. The way he played, man, you have to.
Yeah. What do you do with DeMar, though?
And I think that's the thing, too, is like...
Because he was hooping.
You got to... And I think that's the thing that management going to have to discuss. Because you definitely want to pay Levine. But if you want to keep DeMar, you're going to have to pay him, too. And DeMar, I don't know where he's at, obviously, because I don't know DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
But he might be at a point where he's like...
He'll take the pay cut?
He'll take the pay cut, maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know he was willing to do that to come to L.A.
Dang. If y'all would have got him, that would have been sick.
Oh, man.
That would have
because
been sick.
he was a scorer. So, like, that would have helped open the floor up.
Yeah. I agree.
Because that mid-range is just... Whew. DeMar
Effortless.
DeRozan, mid-range guy.
Effortless. Yeah, they definitely in a weird space when it comes to DeMar. Yeah. I think it was more of a rental when they got him. But he definitely showed up, so it's like you might want to keep that thing.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Yeah.
You got to. Run it back, see if there's some pieces you can get that might improve your chances. But I mean, it don't hurt to try to run it back.
When they got old dude from Orlando, I'm drawing a blank, Vucevic?
Yeah.
When they got him, I thought that team was gonna be like solid. I thought they was gonna be number 1, 2, 3 seed.
Well, they were at one
They were,
point.
yeah. They had that streak going in the beginning of the season. Then people started getting injured. Lonzo got injured, and then it started getting back.
Caruso got hurt.
got bad. But they got pieces out there, man. I definitely see them contending for a title this upcoming season.
I think so, man. I think Chicago might be not back like Jordan and Pippen back, but
No, not at all.
I think they'll be when they had Derrick Rose.
Exciting time
when they was actually competing.
Yeah, exciting. So I had an interesting now that we bring up Derrick Rose. I'm a Derrick Rose super fan. I'm a Sixers fan, but when it comes to Derrick Rose, that's my guy. I was talking to some good friends of mine. They were saying that I said that Derrick Rose made the people around him, he wasn't working with much. You were looking at this, I think it was a 2011, 2012 roster that the Bulls had. C.J. Watson, you had Kyle Korver, you had Carlos Boozer, Luol Deng.
You said, first of all, Boozer. That's enough right there.
You know what I'm saying? And
Carlos Boozer.
What was the guy's name? Brewer. Something Brewer.
Corey Brewer?
Corey Brewer.
That's a Gator. All right, now watch out now.
No, let me check this out. So I'm saying Derrick Rose carried that team. I don't disagree. He took them to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Heat. Yeah, they got 4-1.
I don't disagree.
They got 4-1, but the players that he played with were relatively bums. If you take Derrick Rose off that team, do they make it that? He dropped 25 a game in that series.
They don't make it.
They don't make it.
And that's the one thing I wish. Like, I think that's the one thing I wish Kobe was able to do. Was like, and he tried, bro. He tried,
yeah.
But I mean, like, it just wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the reason it wasn't working too is because Phil Jackson wasn't there.
Yeah.
I think if Phil Jackson had been there, when Shaq left, if Phil Jackson had stayed, I think he could have coached that team to, I won't say the finals, but
close to it,
the conference finals at least.
Yeah. Watching D Rose play, bro, that was such an exciting time. It was D Rose, and he turned nobody. I wouldn't say that nobody's in the NBA, but like any other play, like if CJ Watson was that starting point guard for that team, like that team's not doing that, man. Yeah, they got 4-1, but it was like, look what he was working with. He didn't have enough, like it wasn't easy to get that. Like he was working for them buckets. That one game that they won, he had to work for that.
Yeah.
But man. D Rose, Ja Morant is what D Rose, like when you look at Ja Morant, you have to see D Rose. You have to see.
No, I don't. We already talked about that. I see that, and that's why we were both like, I just hope he stays healthy.
That's the thing. Exactly.
And you see it now when he got injured in that series with Golden State. It's like, man, are we about to?
I don't want to see that.
Are we about to see?
I don't want to see that.
About to see what happened with D Rose, and I hope not. I just hope it was just a little, one-time thing, he good, rehab, what I'm saying, physical therapy, strengthen it, whatever. Like, I hope we don't see what happened to D Rose happen to him. Cause I said it before. I still think he has the potential to become the face of the league one day.
That's a fact, man. He's too dynamic.
He's just dynamic. And it's not because of, like a LeBron where he was dynamic, and what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a different kind of dynamic we're talking about with Ja.
Yeah.
But the excitement that he brings and the way he shifted the culture in Memphis, I'm just like, man, this guy, he's got it. He got it. And I would hate to see him get hurt and then that just be the end of his career.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I be watching old D Rose highlights and that I be getting in my feelings.
Yeah. Hey, you all right?
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. My son said, Kobe the GOAT. He don't care what y'all say.
Yeah. But there was another interesting trade that happened today. Denver and
oh my God.
And Washington.
Oh my God.
Monte and Will Barton for
KCP
and Ish Smith.
I don't know what
Denver tweaked.
I don't know what Denver was thinking, man.
I wouldn't have gave up Morris when
now KCP. When KCP plays defense, and he can get like that corner three.
When he get that going, he's hot.
He get that going, it's over.
But
So-
Morris held it down, bro.
Oh my
held
gosh.
it down.
Monte Morris was that guy
Held it
because
down.
you know, obviously Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. both were out,
Mm-hmm.
and Monte Morris was the only one holding it. In my opinion, the only one holding it down with the Joker.
Yeah.
Which
stepped
speaking
up.
of the Joker, yo, did you see that kid that got drafted from Serbia?
Yes, they have the
Same
basically the same name. Yeah.
I was like, yo, it's a Nikola Jokic and a Nikola Jovic. I'm like, what
it's,
the?
bro? It's the same thing, bro. It's a green apple, red apple.
I'm like,
Don't-
so is
yeah.
everybody over there? What's next? The Nikola Jokic? Like, what's next?
bro? It's interesting. Like when you look at like cultures, bro. Like a lot of people like tend to have the same name. Like some like Puerto Ricans got like. If it's a girl, it's like the same middle name Marie, or like Haitians like Jean Baptiste. You know what I'm
I was about to
saying?
say that. My boy, he said it seems like everybody is Haitian. It's John Baptiste.
You know, it's interesting. Like when you come across the names and the culture, so they tend to stick around the same things. But
yeah, man, Denver tweet, bro.
yeah,
I mean, Will Barton, he was, he had his days, but Monte Morris, I would have kept Monte Morris.
I think Washington got better.
Oh yeah, I think they did too.
I think Washington got better.
I think they did, man. I think they do.
I hope they got better because that franchise has had a history recently of trash.
But you got to think they're also trying to do what's best to try to keep Bradley Beal there too. And I mean, you bring in Monte Morris, yeah, that's fine, but he's not Bradley Beal.
Yeah. I mean, they brought in Russell, and that didn't work out. We took him out of there.
Did not work out.
But yeah, Denver, you tweaked. I wouldn't have gave up anything like that because you guys had because we don't know how Murray's gonna be when he gets back. We don't know if he's gonna be the same. We don't know if he's gonna be that same Murray that he was before the injury because it was a significant injury that he had. So you don't know if you might need that next man to step up. And Ish Smith, I don't think he's gonna step it up.
Nah, I don't think so.
He's more of like a hustle player. He's getting a little older. I don't think you guys get the same production that you did out of Morris. So definitely a tweak. Definitely didn't want to see that.
Yeah. We're gonna find out what happens.
It's a lot of things, man. But you got the free agency happening soon. What?
Oh, hold on. I had to pull it up. I'm trying to see what else happening.
3 packages to help Milwaukee.
Wow, Milwaukee trying to move George Hill?
Who they trying to get?
Oh, wow.
Trailblazers.
Well, I guess these are like different ones. So it looks like one scenario is George Hill to the Blazers for Justice Winslow, or George Hill and 2 second-round picks to the Thunder for Kenrich Williams, who I don't even know who that is. Or George Hill and Grayson Allen to the Knicks, and the Bucks get D Rose.
D Rose might get a ring.
Oh,
Hey, man.
That third scenario, I
like that.
I like that third scenario.
D Rose is a good veteran point guard.
Yo, speaking of the Knicks, they cleared all that cap space to try to land Jalen Brunson.
That's sick.
Now, Jalen Brunson balled out.
I don't think it's happening again.
He balled out, and I'm not going to deny that he balled out against Utah in that series. He balled out against who they play, Phoenix, right? They put up Phoenix.
They play Phoenix.
He balled out in that series with Phoenix, so I'm not knocking it. But before these playoffs,
He was not making no noise.
Jalen Brunson was not making the kind of noise that he made in this last postseason.
He made impact in the postseason.
Big impact in the postseason in games where Luka wasn't even playing.
Now, does that speak volume to like, okay, he shows up for these moments? Because let's be real, when Luka went down, we counted them out. We didn't think Jalen Brunson was going.
We did.
We didn't think Jalen Brunson was going to do his thing, and he showed up. But that was only for a select amount of games, and you guys were willing to pay this man big. I don't think, honestly.
I don't think he's worth it.
And I hope he does do great wherever he is, but I don't think that's happening again. That looked like it was like a flash in the pan. more of the hype, more of the momentum, and the
Yeah.
hype was behind that. Definitely was feeding off of that. But them boys cleared out the
They
bank.
cleared out everything.
They was looking. They didn't land them, didn't they?
Nah.
Nah.
So right now, as of yesterday, they traded Nerlens Noel and Alec
They
Burks.
gave them to Detroit, right?
Yep. Alex Burks, Noel, 2023 second round pick, 2024 second round pick, and $6 million big ones to the Pistons. To unload $19 million in salary, clearing cap space to try to sign Jalen Brunson.
The Knicks is embarrassing.
Sorry, Ralph. If you're watching this or listening to this, Ralph,
The Knicks are, even from when it came
truly
down to
feel
draft
sorry.
day.
I truly feel sorry for you because I know you're a diehard Knicks fan, and it just seems like the front office does not care about their fans.
They don't. The Knicks as a franchise has been an embarrassment for the last couple years.
Yeah.
They had that nice little Cinderella story not last year, 2 seasons ago. And let's be real, they wasn't even supposed to be there. And it showed that this year that they really wasn't supposed to be there last year. Well, 2 seasons ago. That organization is an embarrassment. They can't draft. They can't seem to get anything going correctly. They can't land big names, but their counterpart in Brooklyn seems to go ahead and go crazy. You would think people want to play for the mecca of basketball stadiums. You would think they want to play in New York Knicks, the franchise.
Man, I would.
That's
Yo, I forgot about this one. Y'all got DeAnthony Melton from Memphis.
from Memphis. And we traded our 23rd pick.
Yep.
And we got rid of Danny Green.
To Memphis, right?
Yes.
Gang Green Gang. Gang Green Gang in Memphis, boy.
I didn't like the trade initially. I mean, I really care less about Danny Green being on the team or not. He's very inconsistent, but when he's hot, he's hot. But when I didn't like that inconsistency from him.
Yeah, my boy Javante was like, "Oh man, we got good Danny Green and evil Danny Green on the same team."
Yeah, I want to say.
He's talking about Dylan Brooks. I was like, "Yo,
maybe that's a piece that they need." And they also took our 23rd pick. I didn't like the trade at first, but then looking into it, I'm okay with it.
yeah,
Not really that crazy about it.
man. Sheesh. So I forgot a whole bunch of stuff happened, man.
A lot
Jeremy
happened.
Grant to the Trailblazers.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Connaughton exercises his $5.7 million option. He's going back to the Bucks. Man, oh man. Bradley Beal, they're saying, is likely to decline his option, but still re-sign with the Wizards.
Yeah.
Nicholas Batum also declined his, but they don't know. They're saying to be a free agent, but they're thinking that he's probably going to re-sign with the Clippers anyway. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think the free agency window opens up in what, like 4 days?
Yeah, something like that.
It's gonna be madness. It's gonna be madness. I'm interested to see what's going on. I think James Harden's still gonna be with us.
Oh yeah. Oh, that Christian Wood
Mm-hmm.
deal to the Mavericks.
He went to the Mavs?
Yep. Christian Wood to the Mavericks in exchange for the 26th pick in the draft this year, Boban, Marquise Chris, Trey Burke, and Sterling Brown.
Sheesh. That's a big. I think that's a big pickup though.
For Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big pickup.
For Dallas, it is. And again, he's got to produce the way he did in Houston, though.
Yeah.
I know that one year he was balling out.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
A lot of
We'll see what
interesting
happens.
moves going on, and in 4 days it might get hectic.
It might get,
So we'll
especially with Brooklyn, because as of right now, even though he signed,
Yeah.
they can still make that signing trade happen.
Mm-hmm. The KD never announced that he was staying, right?
I think he's still
Or
under
he's
contract.
he's still under contract. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
It
he's
was
still under
Brooklyn
contract.
that said if Kyrie goes, then they just gonna get rid of.
Well, yeah, they were
KD.
saying like they were prepared to let both of them walk away.
Yeah.
So probably if Kyrie had left and KD came out and was like, "Yo, I want out," which people would have expected because obviously he went to Brooklyn because of Kyrie.
Yeah.
But that would suck.
That would be crazy. That team would implode in such short time.
Like, you lose Kyrie, you lose KD, you traded away James Harden for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and I don't even know who else. But you traded him away. They walk away, and all you left with is Ben Simmons, who you don't know if he's gonna play or not.
He don't offer no offense.
No offense.
So you right back where you started in a matter of 2-3 seasons.
That would hurt.
That would be horrible. That would be horrible. But we'll see, man.
We'll see.
I think Brooklyn gonna be all right. I don't think they're gonna move Kyrie. I think he'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then they'll probably run it back. And I think this is the season where it's do or die.
Oh, hands down.
Do or die.
Especially
y'all gotta make something pop.
The mandate is done in New York, so he could play home games.
No excuses now. No excuses now. It's just up to see if he wants to play.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. But
we gonna see, y'all. It's an interesting time.
It's getting exciting out there in the NBA.
Very.
I'm excited for the next season already. I ain't gonna lie.
We didn't even start yet.
It just finished.
Yeah. Summer League starts soon, so I'm tuning in. Our Summer League squad is fire, but
y'all typically always have a good Summer League squad.
Typically, I'm really watching Summer League, obviously because I watch it, period. But like Paolo Banchero, boy, I was a fan of him when he was at Duke.
Yeah.
I think that kid.
You think? You think the Magic should have picked up Jabari? I think so.
I think either one of them.
I think Jabari had a more complete game.
I think
his game is too complete.
You must not have seen Paolo play though.
I don't know, bro. Jabari a bucket.
I'm not saying he's not, but both of them, like, I think either way, like, I think both Orlando and Magic. I know Orlando and Magic. I think Orlando and Houston.
Yeah.
In my opinion, came out on top.
Yeah.
I don't like Chet Holmgren. I don't like him.
Why?
But he's just tall. In my opinion, he's tall. Yeah, he's got a good offensive game.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that'll work in college, bro. What you did in college, it's not gonna work in the NBA, bro. You too little.
That's true.
You just tall.
Yeah.
Like, you see what happened? Like, Giannis came in.
Scrawny.
Put on that weight. The only difference is, I think Kendrick Perkins like compared him to Giannis. He said if Giannis and Kristaps Porzingis had a baby, it would be Chet Holmgren. And at first I was like, bro, don't even. That's disrespectful. Don't compare that man to Giannis. But then the more I thought about it, I was like,
if he put some muscle on him.
If he does, but I don't know, man. We'll see if his game transitions to the NBA, bro.
It just takes a different type of dedication. That's what Giannis had. Right. Giannis was dedicated, especially when you come from where he came from.
Right.
You got no choice but to be dedicated.
I don't see that with old boy though. Because again, when he was in Gonzaga, it was easy to him.
Yeah.
Because again, when you that tall and lanky,
it's easy.
It's easy.
Yeah.
And again, like he can handle the rock. I'm not saying he don't have a game. Like he can handle the rock. He can shoot. But I personally don't believe he's gonna have the impact that people think he is in the league. I think Paolo will. I think Jabari will. There's a couple other guys that got drafted. I can't think of them all right now, but there's a couple other guys who I think are going to have better careers than he is.
Yeah.
And are going to have a greater impact than he is. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I think he'll be all right. Yeah. I think he'll be all right.
I'm telling you, man, if Orlando just lets these boys develop, you got Banchero, you got Cole Anthony, you got Jalen Suggs with Mo Bamba.
It's a young squad.
You got a young squad that if you develop these boys, that squad could be something.
Yeah.
They could do something. I'm not saying they'll win a chip, but
give them time.
You give them time, you never know what might happen.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what Orlando does. I don't know about their development team.
They implode, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they known for, man. I told Becky. No, me and Becky were talking. She was like, I was like, I hope Orlando don't draft shit. She was like, I mean, it'd probably be the Orlando thing to do. If you think about it, I was like,
it's a shame.
Yo.
It's a shame.
I was like, yo, I said I ain't even think about that, but you right though.
Yeah.
North Orlando, that's what they gonna do.
You brought up Kendrick Perkins. Did you see that drama behind him and Dre? He posted that Kendrick Perkins posted that video up.
Oh nah. What Kendrick Perkins posted?
Oh my gosh. So basically what happened was Draymond was talking on his podcast. He was talking about it takes a lot to get to win. It's like the slightest edge that you get to win a finals championship. And then you got people that have been there and done stuff that are dumb, stupid. Like he started going in and he was like, that did it, but they sucked. Basically talking about Kendrick Perkins that are discrediting this and that. Kendrick Perkins went on I think he posted it on Instagram, went on Instagrams and went off on this man. He was talking about like, yo, like you not gonna effing talk about me like this and that. Like you not gonna call me a coon. Bro, he started going off. And he was like, you know what's up. He was like, and there's people in the league that whisper about it and they know you not gonna do nothing. Like he started going in. Look it up, bro.
Hey, KP.
He started going in.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. KP, I don't want no smoke with KP.
Yeah, and then he deleted it because I guess, he with ESPN and whatnot, and it was like kind of like unprofessional, if you would.
Yeah.
And he was like, I deleted it because of my partnerships and who I'm employed by, but I was heard. Bro, I don't know, man. KP was talking. He was talking.
Draymond don't want no smoke with KP.
Yeah.
So here's my issue with Draymond. I think Draymond forgets. In my opinion, he's a broke man's Dennis Rodman.
Mm-hmm.
I think he forgets that, like legit. And I don't even compare him to Dennis Rodman, but that's the comparison they have. I personally think Dennis Rodman did what Draymond does better.
Okay. You talking about in the sense of being the enforcer of the team?
Enforcer.
Okay.
Well, I won't say the enforcer, but as far as like rebounding and the defense, I think Dennis Rodman was better.
What about playmaking?
Well, that Dennis Rodman didn't have that. We all know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So on that front, Draymond got Dennis Rodman. But like when they talk about him, they compare him to Dennis Rodman. I'm like, bro, no. Dennis Rodman rebounded the ball way better than Draymond does, in my opinion.
No, 100%.
Like that man had a
100%.
nose for the ball.
Yeah.
Like
he would end up with 0.0 assists on like 100 rebounds, 20 rebounds.
Yeah,
like he was.
Like, he had a nose for the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And like defensively, bro, he could do what he needed to do defensively without all the extra stuff Draymond does.
Yeah.
That's why I think that. I think my camera just stopped because somebody just called me and my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Want to do a slight pause?
We're gonna take a slight pause real quick. I gotta check the camera. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna say what I was gonna say, but talk about it.
Good. All right, so we're good. I will never forget the picture of Dennis Rodman. I every time I think of Dennis Rodman, I think of this one picture. He's literally Superman in the air, going out of bounds for the ball, and it looks like this guy is flying. And that alone, I think, just shows you the sheer determination that he
100%.
had.
100%.
I don't think Draymond's laying out like that.
No.
And I might put the picture up here in the video version.
He might lay
of it.
somebody else out like that. On
Yeah.
the team too. I mean, we saw what he did to old boy when they played Memphis.
It was playing, bro.
He pulled
football.
him down
Yeah.
by his jersey. He was like, bro, there was no need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't, and people thought that was dirty.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, I can see why you would think that, but when he did it, like, Buddy didn't fall and
Yeah, he wasn't dying.
it wasn't like he could have got hurt the way he pulled him down.
Yeah.
Still don't think he should have done it, but that's just me. I don't think he should have done it. But,
Mm-hmm.
it's wild, man. I just think Draymond thinks of himself, which, again, I don't have no problem with it because I think I'm the best player on the floor too when I'm playing.
As you should.
But I'm
As
also
you
like,
should.
I also know like when I'm playing somebody that's better,
Are you realistic?
I'm a realist.
You start to come down.
I start to come down. That don't mean I still play hard.
No, 100%.
But I also know like
This guy might be him.
He nice with it. I ain't at that level. But like dudes, when I play against dudes that I know, like, but I'll be like, yo, give me the ball. I call for the ball.
Yeah.
I demand that joint.
As you should.
And they see why I demand it. A mouse in the house, bro.
Yeah.
He's too little. Like,
But when that guy come around, that
Oh, he him.
yeah, okay, I see you.
He him.
I see you.
I don't want no smoke with him.
So that's the thing that you don't think Draymond got?
I don't think Draymond got it. I don't think Draymond is that guy. Like, I don't think Draymond understands that if he was with any other team, he wouldn't have 4
But do you
championships.
think that's why he's so successful in what he does for that team, that he doesn't have that mindset?
Probably because
I mean,
what
4 rings later.
because what he does works in that system.
Yeah.
Like his style of play works in Steve Kerr's system.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, bro, if Draymond Green were with anybody else,
Memphis?
not maybe now Memphis now,
Yeah.
but Memphis like when he came into the league, Memphis no.
Oh, no.
But Memphis now, because of the attitude John Moran brought to that team, I think so. But you go to LA, not working.
Yeah.
It's not working. Either team in LA, it's not working.
You don't think with the Clippers?
No. Because between after
Because they still got Morris, right?
after Lob City, after that Lob City era ended, that in between, they Clippers ain't had that. Not that kind of fight in them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Miami, if he was in Miami now, probably. Because Jimmy Butler.
I think that's a champ. I think that's a championship team if he goes there. But I mean, they already got the pieces for it.
They need one more. They got to get one more. And I think they need to bring in somebody so that Bam can play the 4.
Yeah.
Because he's not a true center.
Yeah.
Like, let him play the 4. You bring in a true center.
Yeah.
They might go after your boy. I don't know.
Don't talk about that.
They might, man.
That got me
might
goosebumps
go
right
after
now.
the
I don't
boy.
like that. I don't like that. That spooks me out.
They might go after the
He
boy.
better stop playing.
I'm just saying they might, man. I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying they will. It's a huge might. But back to Draymond, I just don't think that Draymond, and maybe he does, and he's just responding to the trolls and the analysts that got a lot to say about him.
Yeah.
I personally don't believe that he understands, like, bro, if you were in any other system, your style of play would not necessarily equate for championships.
I see what you're saying.
Wouldn't. Steph Curry, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, he go to any team. That's an instant
If
change.
he go to any team, bro.
That's different.
You know.
Yeah, that's different.
Any team. But that's because, again, he figured it out. He figured out. We already knew he could shoot when he came in the league.
Yeah.
That's what he was known for at Davidson.
Yeah.
Obviously, the injuries and people were second guessing, the injuries, the surgeries.
Yeah.
But he figured it out.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson, maybe not a championship, but he definitely opens the floor. Because
Klay Thompson pre-injury, I think he's for sure a starter.
oh, for sure.
For sure a starter and
sure.
possibly the superstar of the team.
Superstar of the-
Pre-injury.
I think Klay Thompson will be what Dame is to Portland.
Yeah. I agree.
Best player on the team. He's an all-star,
Two-way.
two-way, but he doesn't have the pieces around him to
Yeah.
get over the hump. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think that, again, Golden State, like I said earlier, they drafted that team. They did very well. That organization deserves a whole lot of credit.
And even personality-wise, like they all mesh.
They do.
Like just hearing like the team stories of them still sitting together on the team plane.
Yeah.
Like not a lot of people do that. Like you start to be on that team together a little while, you start to diverse, go somewhere else. But that core 3,
No, that core, man.
that's like a genuine relationship
Yeah.
they all got. And
Because I think Draymond and Klay got drafted like a year apart.
yeah, and it just mesh, and that's what builds championship teams.
Yeah.
You get the right personalities together, you're gonna be good. And that's the only thing that I got. I'm a little frightened when it comes to James Harden, his personality.
Yeah, it don't.
It don't really mesh well with a lot of different personalities because you got Chris Paul and him on the same team. Yes, I do think that they beat that Golden State team if Chris Paul wasn't injured. I
think
say
so,
that
too.
all the time. I think they would have beat that team because Chris Paul was hooping. He got injured. That's when you see the big difference. But they just couldn't mesh well when it came to the locker room. Like, they just couldn't get it together.
Same with him and I don't know what happened with him and Westbrook. I feel like
I think they didn't work together
I don't
either.
think they did either.
Yeah.
Especially, people you would think they would when they were
OKC, yeah.
But
Yeah.
speaking of OKC, I don't know when they gonna put it together.
They got the pieces.
Because they stay drafting Like they're like, so they're the opposite of Golden State. Golden State drafts well, develops their talent.
Yeah.
OKC drafts well, develops their talent, and ships them off.
Yeah.
Or they leave
Yeah.
in free agency. And it's like, man,
Y'all need to do something. Y'all time is running.
if y'all could keep the teams that y'all have had, like if y'all could keep that talent together,
Yeah. Ain't no telling what you could do, man.
no telling. I mean, you could be looking at another Golden State. You could be looking at 3-4 championships later.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think they gotta do better, man. That organization gotta do better because
Yeah. It's like ever since they lost KD, Russ, like that team just never came back. They never seemed to grasp it. Once they got CP, they made it to the playoffs, got rid of him, then they just went right back to normal.
yeah. But I think that speaks to CP
Yeah.
because like whatever team he's on, man.
Instant difference.
Instant.
And put some respect on that man's name. Yeah, he ain't win the championship. That's point God.
Point guard.
That's point God. He come in and I think if we get him, if we could somehow get him, that'd be nice. That'd be lovely. I'll take CP over James Harden any day.
Oh, hands down.
For sure.
Hands
You combine him with Joel. Man. I just wish we didn't get rid of Seth, man.
I knew that was going.
That
gonna
was
hurt y'all.
that hurt.
I knew that was gonna hurt y'all.
Seth was giving us like 20 every 2 games. Coming in, hitting like 6 for 8 from 3. He was looking like Curry. He looked like Curry threw on a Sixers, or Steph Curry threw on a Sixers jersey. I was like, man. But
We'll see, man. It's still a lot of basketball left as far as off season is concerned.
yeah, still a lot of moves to be made.
Still a
We'll
lot
see
of
what
moves to
happens,
be
man.
made, man. Especially like I said, they saying Kyrie ain't safe.
He ain't safe.
He ain't safe, so we'll see.
I'll take Kyrie.
We gonna
But-
see.
I'll take anybody. I'll take Dame.
Yo, Dame, you saw what Dame posted?
No, what he post?
He posted a picture of him and KD in Portland. I think
Oh, it was a Photoshop joint, right?
yeah.
That'd
I
be
think
sick.
I think he took it down, but
That'd be sick.
I mean,
I think that will complement perfectly. Perfectly.
especially because of their demeanor.
Yes.
Their demeanors are like,
Killers. Cold.
that's all I want. I just want to see Dame get a chip, bro. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if he get it in Portland or somewhere else. I just want to see Dame get a chip.
That'd be cold. Ugh.
Dame and KD in Portland? Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm playing with them on 2K, bro. That happened.
That'd be
I'm
cold.
playing with them boys on 2K, man.
I still don't think they beat Golden State though.
Nah, they don't have enough.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I take that back.
What you mean?
I take that back. Just think about it. If something were to happen and KD were to go to Portland this offseason, you got Dame, KD,
Okay.
Jeremy Grant, and Joe Ingles in the corner.
They did pick up Joe Ingles, huh? I still don't think that's enough.
So you got, but I'm saying, you got 3 shooters in Dame, KD, and Joe Ingles.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. I'm not saying Joe Ingles starts. That, they figure that out. But you may not beat Golden State, but I think you have enough pieces to compete with Golden State.
In the series,
I
let's
think-
say they
I
play in the
think
playoffs.
Defensively, though, I think they fall a little short defensively.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I forgot. No, I take that back. Maybe not. I forgot Anthony Simons was over there. And he is a stud. That boy a stud.
He's like 20, 22, 23.
Yeah. He hooped last
He
year.
was doing his thing.
He was hooping last year. He's only gonna get better. So I don't know, man. I think just imagining the scenario. If you bring in KD with Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, Joe Ingles, Dame Dollar, I don't think you beat Golden State. But I do believe you make it difficult. You make it at least a 6-7 game series.
7? 6, 7?
Who gonna stop KD? You gotta think about that. Who gonna stop KD? KD can get off on who he. KD can get.
They couldn't get off on Boston.
Well, you know that is true.
They couldn't get off on Boston, and guess what? Guess who got off on Boston?
I don't.
And guess who made Boston look crazy?
Bro, I think that's just one series, bro.
No, that's 4 games swept, bro.
I didn't say. I said one series.
But that's, bro. When you get one series is, you win 2 games. You got swept, bro.
Yeah, but still one series, bro. I think if KD, I'm just saying, bro.
I don't know.
I think that's why he go off. Because
he got a point to prove. It's a shame. He really don't got a point to prove, but
when you think about it, like people was like, bro, what's up with KD right now, man? Like this ain't the KD. People
was calling KD trash at one point. It was like, yo, KD sucks. That's what
I'm saying, man.
But he don't suck. Obviously,
I think
that's blasphemy.
I think again, I'm just picturing a scenario.
Look, man, I don't know. You get.
I think it's possible.
I don't think a Game 7, Game 6, bro.
I think it's possible. Did you think Boston was gonna pull it into Game 6?
Who? Warriors? I mean, after what they did to Brooklyn, I didn't think he was gonna sweep Brooklyn.
I didn't either. Nah,
nobody thought they. Only one person in this world thought they was gonna sweep.
Oh, we not. No. Don't do that. Don't do it.
That thought that they was gonna sweep.
Don't do it.
My boy a prophet. I don't know.
I know who you talking about.
Hey, man.
He still might be grieving right now. He might be watching. He might be listening, grieving.
That boy Nelson was called. He called it. He called it.
Well, there it is. I tried to keep your name out of it, man.
He called it, bro. I mean, yeah, they ended up falling short, but.
Bro, I tried to keep your name out of it, man. I did.
Nobody thought that they was going to sweep, bro, but they swept, man.
They did. I don't know. Now, I did think they was going to take it to 6, maybe 7 with Golden State.
I thought we was going to get a good series with Brooklyn, bro. I'm actually, I'm tight about that series.
I thought we was going to get a better series with Golden State when they got to the finals.
Oh, yeah, they didn't show up.
Nah, they showed up 2 games.
They didn't even show up, yeah.
And it wasn't Jason Tatum who showed up. It was everybody else in those 2 games.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Terrible, man.
That was terrible.
Actually, I'll take it back. Jason Tatum showed up game 1.
No.
Yes, he did. With 13 assists.
Al Horford carried that team.
That's it. He wasn't getting his shot wasn't falling.
Yeah.
So he helped his team out in a different way. He had 13 assists, which is in my opinion, that was probably the best game he played all the series. But then even with those 13 assists,
he adapted.
You still had 100 turnovers for the whole series.
Oh, yeah. That's
100.
You ain't winning.
That's unheard of.
You ain't winning.
I don't think I've ever heard of one player having 100 turnovers by themselves in the playoff series or in the finals.
I think James Harden.
It's possible.
I think James Harden set the record for a playoff turnover.
That's crazy.
But back to Trailblazers, I'm saying 4-2.
I said 6. 7.
No, wait. Yeah, you did say 6. You're right. I see that. I see it.
6.
I see it.
Again, that's if KD were to go to Portland, again with Dame, Anthony Simons, Jeremy Grant, Joe Ingles, it's a possible 7. And if they still had these 2 players and were able to keep them.
I'm tripping. I had Kate,
Robert Covington, and Norman Powell.
I had KD winning 1 game, but he didn't win no games again. It's just like I don't know.
I don't know, bro. We'll see what happens, man. KD gonna be. He'll be back.
Yeah, he did. Slim Reaper. We'll see. He might end up back in the Warriors.
Yo, that's what I said. I was like, if Kyrie does leave, does KD go back to the Warriors?
If he won another ring, he know where he gotta go. That boy Curry like Thanos. But
he got to get 2 more.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he got to compete.
Now one more.
Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, 6. He got to get 2 more.
Got to get 1 more or 2 more.
Got to get 2 more.
We'll see.
And then he can rest.
Rest. Watch the sunset. But hey, man.
We'll see, man.
Good basketball coming. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Free agency gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna see some big moves.
See what happens.
I promise you, we're gonna talk about the NFL one day. I promise.
We are, man. We are. Especially, I'll bring it up briefly. We know everything going on with Deshaun Watson right now.
Yeah. There's just a lot that's happened in the NFL while the NBA was happening. We just didn't keep up with it that much.
Yeah.
Well, I kept up with it, but it was just so much. Like if we were to talk about it now, we'd be here. It'd be like
Another
a
hour.
4-hour episode.
Yeah.
So we will talk about basketball or football.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easier when the season actually starts.
For sure.
Then we'll go ahead and get into it. But
Sure.
we'll definitely sprinkle in some NFL news.
Yeah, man.
in the meantime.
I know the Deshaun Watson thing right now is like the big thing.
Yeah.
Especially because if he does get suspended, it's like
It's indefinitely. Like I don't think he's.
I don't know, man.
I don't think he's
We'll
coming
see.
back.
I don't know, man. The NFL, you think they're gonna do one thing and then they do something different.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know
Yeah.
because you just don't know with the NFL, man.
NFL's the no fun league, but I love football. That's
Hands
one of my
down, man.
that's one of my sports. But the NFL, when it comes to commissioners, NBA definitely got the
Oh,
way better
For
commissioner,
sure.
way
sure.
better very progressive commissioner in the NBA. Adam Silver has definitely progressed the NBA, especially
yeah.
like when you look at like the bubble, like that was progressive. Like
Oh yeah.
we thought basketball was going to be over sports in general was going to be over for a little bit. God bless you. And then when Adam Silver brought this idea with the bubble, I'm pretty sure there was people
Crazy.
around him, but that was some of the most
Crazy
exciting
idea.
basketball.
Bro,
Like-
it was games on every day, and I loved it.
Yes, bro. We had teams like Phoenix going 8-0 in the bubble, having T.J. Warren look like the second coming of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And he was dropping like 50 a game.
I ain't heard from that man since.
You know what I'm saying? You had people playing out their mind in the bubble, so it was some basketball.
Basketball, man.
Some
It's
basketball.
crazy, man. We'll see. 'Cause like I said, with that whole situation, it's like he gets suspended. Who's your quarterback?
I don't think they got rid of Baker.
Yeah, but Baker's made it very clear
That he doesn't even want to.
he don't even
the
because
situation.
it's like he's like an afterthought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got Jacoby Brissett. Okay, what has he done?
Yeah. I mean, but can you blame Baker though?
I don't blame. I mean,
No, wait, not Baker. Can you blame the Browns for making him an afterthought? That's what I meant to say.
no. I don't blame the Browns for wanting to move on from him. You know,
They gave him
Because
the
of-
pieces.
they gave him, bro.
But Odell, Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, they gave you Odell. Yeah, I know he was hurt for a little bit, and then he came back. But Odell went to the Rams and got a ring. And had he
made
hurt,
an impact.
had he not have gotten hurt in the Super Bowl, Odell would have been MVP.
Bro, he had a touchdown. He was doing his thing.
Doing his thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, had he not have gotten hurt,
Yeah.
it would have been him, not Cooper Kupp. Or,
Yeah.
Was it Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have got the MVP
Yeah.
because that boy was hooping.
He was doing his
He
thing.
was hooping out. Well,
He was
hooping like
yeah.
but you know what I mean.
He was balling.
Balling, man.
Nah, but you can't. I wouldn't be able to blame the Browns. I think they gave him chance after chance, built pieces around him,
Yeah.
even had a running game that he could fall
Bro,
back
you
on,
had Kareem Hunt and
Nick Chubb. And I mean, you did one thing against the Pittsburgh Steelers, you destroyed them, but then you still couldn't put
If
it
I'm
together.
Cleveland, I look
Man.
at it like this: you've been here 4 years, you gave us nothing. In-state rivals, second-year quarterback to the Super Bowl.
Yep. There's nothing to really say about that. I mean,
Right. And who did he have compared to who Baker had?
yeah.
Baker had the better pieces offensively than this kid had.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
The best thing that I call him Macaulay Culkin. That's what he looked like. But the best piece, in my opinion, that Joe Burrow had was Jamar Chase.
Oh, that instant chemistry.
They played together in college.
Yeah, LSU. That chemistry was there.
Yeah, so
They
it's
brought
like,
him in. That franchise
bro,
changed
they knew,
instantly.
They knew what they were doing. They brought him in.
Historic numbers.
That was the best thing they did, bro.
And
That was the
it
best
ain't
thing.
over for him. It is far from over.
Nah.
And it's crazy because he came off of a ACL injury, bro. Came off that, said, all right, boom, we in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Throwing up numbers, bro. Throwing up numbers.
Everybody want to talk about, and I know why they talk about Josh Allen, because Josh Allen is a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen is
He's exciting. He moves. He
big.
can move with the ball and
Yeah.
sling the ball.
Yeah, I get why they was talking about him, but I'm like, bro, Joe Burrow put Pat Mahomes in them out the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl, though.
Not many people can do that.
No.
Not many.
Nah.
You go against Pat. You better be ready to throw that thing, cause it's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, speaking of Pat, bro, why Why Tyreek?
Tyreek out here
Why
talking.
he talking reckless, bro?
Talking like I scored.
talking
I
reckless.
had 150 yards with Matt Moore. Tua is 10 Matt Moores. What does that make Patrick? 1,000 Tuas?
I told somebody else I mean, anybody can throw accurately when ain't nobody in your face.
Yeah, when you got that type of when you and let's not when you got Tyreek speed, it is very easy to get open. Very easy to get open.
And that's the thing with Pat, like he forgets, like, bro, Pat didn't have to throw no bombs.
Yeah,
You know, Pat could throw a quick 5-yard slant, and that's all you needed.
that's it. That's
all
it.
you needed. I think it was when they played. I think when they played the Bills in the
In the playoffs?
in that second round.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pat threw like a 5-10 yard slant.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this man caught that ball and was gone.
And just took off.
Just took off to the house. As he's running, turn around and
Right.
like
That's
who
it.
does that?
Tua's not gonna have to make. He's not just strictly throwing bombs. He just gotta get that ball in your hand. He gets that ball in your hand, it's a wrap. It could be a slant. It could be a lot of things. A hitch.
Yeah.
It could be anything. You give the ball to Tyreek, he's gonna make a play.
He gonna make it,
he's
man.
too fast and he's quick. Like you got that combination, bro. It's not difficult to get
not, man.
to get those numbers 150. But we'll see, man. He talking like Tua the second coming to Patrick Mahomes too.
Negative, bro. And I like Tua.
No, I think Tua's gonna be good.
I think Tua at Alabama, dog. But he just, because he's been injured, it hasn't been able to translate.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Look,
I think athletically, I think Tua's better than Mac. Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And when we talk about
Oh yeah,
Bama
for
quarterbacks,
100%. Yeah.
I think he's definitely better than Mac Jones athletically. I think Jalen Hurts athletically is better than Mac Jones.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And I even think Bryce Young, who's at Bama now, is athletically better than Mac Jones.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of QBs in the NFL that are athletically better than Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Mac Jones just so happened to fall into the hands
Mike
of Bill Belichick.
Jones. It sounded like
That's what it said.
Nah, but he just fell into a good situation. One of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah. Great
Arguably
situation.
looks like Tom Brady-esque.
That's what I was gonna say. Like his athletic ability might be the same as Tom Brady's.
No, yeah. Slightly, probably a little better.
Slightly.
That's not saying much.
Not at all.
Not saying much.
Not
He could
at
throw the thing.
Yeah, he could throw
He
it.
could throw it.
now.
He ain't the best thrower, but he could throw it.
Nah, he could
Get
throw
it where
it.
it needs to be. But we'll see, man. NFL, look, we gave y'all a little NFL tangent. It's just a little preview.
A little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. Yeah, a
but-
little bit.
We got some exciting stuff coming up. Sports is all around gonna be exciting. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, man. But as y'all can see, Daddy Daycare getting out of hand. So
Yeah.
we gonna sign off.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
always, support the love. We appreciate it.
Thank you for everything.
Share it with who again?
Your auntie, your mom, your dad, your dog, your cat, your neighbors, your friend, anybody.
Anybody,
Everyone.
bro. Even the little lizard outside your front door.
Talk to them. Talk to them now.
That cockroach that you see in the bathroom at 2 a.m.
If you live in Florida, them love bugs that be flying around.
Oh my God.
I don't think they out now,
Not
but
now.
Not now.
We
They
passed
was
love
out.
bug season.
Yeah.
We passed love bug season. We good now.
It's one of the worst seasons.
Horrible. I'm trying to think who else, man. Who else? Yo, tell the little bumblebee that be flying around your head outside. You know what I'm saying?
Your mailman too. Tell your mailman.
Tell the mailman.
You know they got nothing better to do when they driving around
Tell the
delivering
maintenance
mail.
man, you know.
Everyone.
Tell the dude doing the lawn, you know what I'm saying?
Lawn work. All that. Shout out to y'all, man.
Go to Publix and tell everybody at Publix too.
Right. Hand out flyers. We not printing out nothing. You just go print them out.
Yeah, you print them out.
But we appreciate y'all.
Yes, we do. And
Yes,
as
yes.
always, stay legendary, my man.
Yes, yeah. Stay legendary.